Right, we're going to be using Google Forms for assessment. There's a couple different ways that we can do this where Google will actually grade it for us. So a lot of questions I always get when people first look at my forms is, how did you get that really cool image up in the top? Mine's usually always purple. Well, if I click on the little color palette, I can change the color of my form, and I can actually even add an image up there. So we'll just get that out of the way right now. But now I want to add some questions. So I'm going to click on the little plus sign on the floating menu there on the right. And when I do that, it's going to allow me to ask another question, and I'm going to ask for their email address. Now notice the answer choice. Right now it's set at multiple choice. But as soon as I put an email address, it changed to short answer. Yeah. Look at there's a required. I want to make all my questions required. But how do I make sure that they're all required all the time? There's a setting on the three dots next to the send. Go down to preferences, and the second one from the bottom, check mark that, and that will make sure that all of your questions are required. Be sure to click the save button. Once you do that, then anytime you create a question, it will automatically set it as required. Before, they didn't used to have that, and you had to actually check each and every question. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and add another question here. And I'm going to add a question, what is your favorite ocean animal and why? And again, you'll notice it is on multiple choice, but it will predict as I'm typing what type of question or what type of answer choices it should give for me. And you notice it changed to paragraph, and look at that, it did keep it as required. Now, there's a little equal sign at the bottom, and that's for a section. So we're going to create a section here. Why would I want that? So I'm going to go ahead, and in this section, I'm going to write sorry, wrong answer. All right, so now what's going to happen is it's only going to work on multiple choice questions though. Underneath this multiple choice question, next to the required three dots, and now it's going to say go to section based on answer. So if they answer the anglerfish here, it's going to say sorry, wrong answer. It's going to go to that section. If they answer the mola mola, it's going to go sorry, wrong answer. If it's going to go to the triggerfish, sorry, wrong answer. And if they choose the pufferfish or porcupine fish, it's going to actually go to the correct section, which is the submit button. Okay, so now this is really great. This is good for like a reteaching moment. If when they hit the wrong answer, they go sorry, try again, and they're like, I got it wrong. So that's a really good thing. So now what I want to do is I want to create an answer key for this quiz. So I click on the I and I type in answer for my first name, key for my last name, and now I'm going to actually go through and put all the correct answers in my form here. Once I do that, I'm going to click the submit button. All right, there we go. I hit submit, and it says, hey, thank you very much. You've answered the questions, our quiz. So now what I want to do is I want to grade this. I just made an answer key, so I'm going to grade it. So I'm going to go to responses, and I'm going to click on the little green box. And it's going to create a spreadsheet for me. There's my spreadsheet. Yes, I don't have a whole lot of students in this one, but I want to add an add-on called Flubaroo. So I click on add-ons, and if you add add-ons, you can add Flubaroo, but you see I already have it, so I'm going to enable it on this form right here. And when I enable it, I'm going to have to open it up again, because what you're doing is you're turning it on, and then after that you have to tell it what to do. So now I'm going to go back up into my add-ons, back to my Flubaroo, and I'm going to say grade assignment. Okay? When I grade the assignment, it's going to ask me a few questions about the whole form, and then once I get all that information in there, it's going to grade it for me super fast, super easy. Okay, so the first thing it's going to do is it's going to say, okay, you asked for first name and last name, so that's probably going to identify the student, so no points are going to be given for that. But the rest of these, how many points do you want to give for each question? You can go 1 to 10. Yeah, that's the only downfall. You can go only 1 to 10. So I'm going to give everybody 10 points per question. So I'm just going to go through here, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay. And now I'm going to have it grade for me. It says, hey, wait, which one of these is going to be your answer key? Hey, answer key, remember, there it is. So I click on answer key, and now it's going to grade it. It's going to make it very beautiful, very easy for me just to spot out very quickly who I need to target and what I need to work on. Almost finished. And here we go. So I can see there's one in red that I'm probably going to need to sit down and go over some of the questions with. But notice the orange one. That means most of my students got that one incorrect. So now I know what I need to target. I know what I need to reteach. This is really going to help me. This is really, really awesome. I love this tool. I still have all my original answers here, and then I have my grades here. So in case I have a parent conference, we need to get together on that, okay? So now we're going to look at the quiz component. So what I did was I went into the settings, and I'm under quizzes, and I'm going to turn the quiz feature on, okay? And I'm going to make sure I click save, okay? And that's in the little gear wheel under quizzes. So now what I can do under each one of the questions, I'm going to need to add which is the correct answer and how many points is the question worth, okay? So right here under answer key, you see right there, if I click on it and I click the right one, you see the little green check mark. And then up at the top, I can put whatever number of points I want to give for that particular question, 1 to 100. And I'm going to do the same for each one. I'm going to go ahead and give 10 for each one, just like I did before. There I go. I'm clicking the correct one. Now I'm going to go back to my responses, create that spreadsheet again. Okay, it's creating my spreadsheet. And once it's created my spreadsheet, now look at that. I've got my grades in there. It's not going to give me a percentage, but it's going to give me how many points out of how many points were earned. So this is 2 different ways that you can have Google check your work for you, grade assignments very, very quickly, and make Flubaroo an awesome tool, make Google Forms an awesome tool for online assessment. Thank you for watching.